All right, hello. So we're gonna get going on day 103 of, or 103 of Blueprints. Now, if you watched the previous video, you know that at the end of day 102, I'm basically super frustrated with the game. I'm super frustrated because I'm at a point in time where I don't really have things to work towards or work on. I'm not done with the game, or what I mean is I haven't completely solved the game, right? There's still a red letter out there that is missing, and I don't know, if we can make it unmissing, right? But we have closed east and west gates on the estate that I think can be opened at some point. Then we had an Alcazar fortune teller vision of those being open and us exploring other areas of the grounds. No clue how to open those, right? And no clues. And I have no puzzles or clues that seem like they point in the direction of they'll eventually do that for me, right? There's a missing breaker switch in that scratched out labeled cabinet in the utility closet. Don't know if or what anything to do about that. There is a there is a big blue door in the tunnel alcove with no obvious puzzle or clue as to how to approach opening it, right? The only thing and like all the puzzles I have seem to be basically solved, other than like the I space IOO note in the Blackbridge Grotto, right? There's that little post-it note, right? And then on the wall of the chess puzzle chamber in the precipice, there's the word castle with two underlines after each letter, making it look like maybe other letters go there or something. But I don't know how to proceed. I've tried combining those and with the note in the locker, and like maybe it's, but I've looked for errata words that would like kind of be 3-letter words that would fit or something. I haven't made progress on that. So that is a puzzle. But I don't know how to proceed working on it, right? That's the issue. So I have that puzzle that I don't know how to proceed working on. I have the big blue door I don't know how to proceed working on. I have the east and west gates I don't know how to proceed working on. Cabinet breaker maybe in the utility closet I don't know how to proceed working on. Let's go pick up our allowance. We're at 120 allowance. Okay. We have no blessing. The blessing of the chef we had accidentally has worn off. We have no items. We'll go choose our outbuilding for the day. So I know I need to get through the big blue door. Just don't know how to proceed to work on that. So the only thing I really kind of feel like there is for me to do at this point is find the last sanctum key of 8, right? And the only clue I have is that it's behind the last door of 8. And other interpretations of that I've tried. Like I thought, well, maybe it's puzzle room 8 on rank 8. Wasn't. Maybe it's mirror chamber with all those sliding, walls, which might be considered doors. It wasn't. So now I'm like, well, maybe it's the mechanarium, the eighth door of the mechanarium, but I have wasted many game days trying to draft 7 mechanical rooms and then the mechanarium to try to, reveal 8 doors in the mechanarium. And it failed, obviously, which is why I'm talking about it. But and I failed in such a way that it's become like increasingly it seems like it's an impossible thing to do. Like I realize it's a roguelike game and it has random elements and everything, and the mechanarium is a rare room. But that being the case, it feels like I could do 1,000 game days and never get the situation in which it waits until I have all 7 mechanical rooms to offer me the mechanarium. I've seen the mechanarium, but I've only seen the mechanarium, walked in the mechanarium when it's offered it to me earlier in the day before I've had the opportunity to draft 7 mechanical rooms. If I wait late, if I pass on it, or when it first comes up because I don't have 7 mechanical rooms, or if the day stretches out long enough that I get 7 mechanical rooms, then it just never offers me the mechanarium. And it's a rare room, and even with the solarium, which increases rare and unusual rooms, it still is not offering it to me on those days and those situations where I really need it, when that's like I have only 2 spots left to draft rooms because it's late in the day because I had to spend all my rooms drafting, because it takes a lot of drafting rooms to get the 7 mechanical rooms. So by the time I have 7 mechanical rooms, I've filled up most of the house, right? It's what I'm saying is it's not like I can do all the 7 mechanical rooms just right here and then I have all of this space up here to try many, many times to get a mechanarium. No. By the time I get 7 mechanical rooms, I've basically filled the house and I've only got a couple empty spaces left. That's just how that works out. Because sometimes I have to spend rerolls just to get the 6th and 7th mechanical rooms. I have to get the pool to get the pump room and all that kind of stuff. So by the time I'm ready for the mechanarium, I've got very few spots where it can go and few to no rerolls left, or sometimes I have many rerolls left and it doesn't matter. And on any of those situations, it just doesn't give me the mechanarium at that point in time. And there is no way for me to make it give me the mechanarium that I'm aware of. Like, I can't force it, right? So I could be spinning my wheels for, like I said, tens, hundreds of game days, trying and failing, trying and failing, trying and failing. And that is the only objective, getting this 8th sanctum key that I know how to work on. And the mechanarium might not even give me that 8th sanctum key. I don't know, right? Until I can make it happen, I can't rule it out. I can't say it is the solution. I can't say it isn't the solution, right? I don't know how to, at this point in time, make progress in the game. And that is frustrating. And I ranted about that frustration at the end of day 102. And then apparently I'm ranting about it again now at the beginning of day 103. My point is that I've got 22 stars at the moment. I need to back off a little bit on trying to make progress in the game, because the more I try to focus and make progress in the game, and then I inevitably am failing lately. Whenever I try to make progress, I fail right now. And that's frustrating me and making me wanting to stop playing the game, because it's making the game unfun, okay, to be this stymied over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, okay? I enjoy puzzle solving. I enjoy, games where I, have to get the right build up resources to accomplish objectives and things. But I enjoy it when I have a way that I know how to proceed. I stop enjoying when it's just completely luck based, and it's going to just slap me with failure after failure after failure after failure after failure outside of my own control, which is how it feels presently right now. So I need to back off of trying to make progress in the game is my whole point here. I need to back off of trying to make progress in the game, other than maybe trying to, advance our stars or whatever, right? But like real progress. Like I need to back off of trying to make real progress because I'm not succeeding. I might start playing this game less and producing these videos less often. You know, I might stop playing the game altogether if I get to a level of frustration, right? A certain level of frustration. This game yesterday, real world yesterday, I did like 4 or 5 game days. I did not have fun at all. Okay. So just letting you guys know, we're going into day 103 with trying to adopt. I am trying and probably failing to adopt a slightly different mentality and be okay. I'm trying to be okay with not making progress, but it goes against my nature. I may not succeed in being okay with not making progress. I may not. So we're going to, Tombs would start 2 re-rolls and we could get more coins and all that. I don't have anything left to really explore in the tomb to my knowledge. The root cellar gives me dig spots, which can be good for triggering experiment if the experiment is triggered by digging up trash. The schoolhouse we're not doing. I think I like starting the day with a couple of re-rolls. So let's do the tomb. I might be giving up, lab experiment trigger opportunities, but with the, not having digging spots, but c'est la vie. Sorry. Where am I going? The reroll dice, the whole reason why I drafted the tomb, are right here. Now I'll go pick up the 5 coin. Doesn't cost me any extra steps to do so. Now there's going to be more coins delivered to the tomb or to the conference room when I draft the conference room. Whenever I draft a dead end room today, but I don't need a lot of money today, so that's almost immaterial. I'm basically just want the reroll dice. That's what I drafted this room for, is 2 reroll dice. Okay. So we're just going to try to maybe fill out the house, get our lab experiment going. And because we want to build up our stars again, because if we can build our stars over the next however many days back up to 50, we can get inkwell again, then we can use stars for rerolls. Maybe we can make another hard push for the mechanarium. But I might just be wasting my time trying to make a push for the mechanarium until that time. The other approach for the mechanarium, because I'm not going to give up on doing the mechanarium entirely. That's not what I'm trying to say. I need to try to ease off the expectation I have of making progress, because that expectation isn't being fulfilled, and that's frustrating me. So I need to try to go into days with less of an expectation of making progress in the game, because progress in the game is not forthcoming lately. But I still should do things like, try to achieve stuff. Speaking of which, I'll go ahead and take a workshop. It's right here. And it gives us a useful sledgehammer. Okay. But yeah, we're going to do the lab experiment. We need to get our stars up and all that stuff. So we're going to, we'll do mechanical rooms. We'll try to do things. I just have to ease off the expectation of those of succeeding at doing things. And try to find a way to have fun with this game again, because we play games to have fun, and I need to find something fun about this game, which is which I need to find something fun about this game again. Because right now it hasn't been fun. All right, let's... I know I passed on the utility closet. Again, I don't think I'm going to be getting the mechanarium today. So I'm just going for like doorways. But I'll take things like this when they come up because workshops are useful. They give me an item, right? Broken lever I don't necessarily need, so I won't pick it up. Because I might end up with a showroom in Moon Pendant. But I know that it's there, so if I need to make a jackhammer later, I know where a broken lever is. I only have one key. I will use it here. Hopefully this gives us keys. It does give us keys. Okay, that's good. It seems like I'm making a push up. You're not necessarily wrong. Like, you know, the standard device is to go zigzag back and forth, you know, along the lower levels to collect resources and stuff. But, I'm trying to get a skeleton for the day. So this is giving me some doorways that I can potentially come off of, right? When I try to just zigzag back and forth down here, I end up with too many rooms, like going like the corridor going this way and not giving a doorway up, and I just end up with like too few doorways. So doing this and giving me some skeleton over here for some doorways, you know, like now I'm less like hampered, right? But we are going to do the observatory. Sail and a key. That's what we got today. Not a whole lot, but we like the key. If I do the commissary, I'm doing this corner and not getting over here, but I've got this doorway here, so that should be fine. Let's see what the commissary is selling today. I'm going to choose either, I don't know if I need the knight or if I need the rook. I don't need the bishop. Don't need the queen. I don't think I ever need the queen. last number of times I've done the armory, it has not sold me the axe. But it does sell me the Morning Star. I mean, 4 re-rolls on the 4 corners of the house. The problem is those corners are very limited as far as what can go in the corners. Like, obviously the conservatory is good, but we get the conservatory pretty often anyway. So I don't know why I need to re-roll into the conservatory. I don't know what else is a specifically corner room. I have a note that tells me that, you know, something specifically a corner room, right? Let's stick to the armory, because at the very worst, I mean, at the very least, it will sell us a Morning Star, which helps us increase our stars, so. Okay. We'll buy the metal detector, we'll buy the shovel, we'll buy the sleeping mask, we'll buy the salt shaker, we'll just buy it out. I might not want the salt shaker if I get a moon pendant, but oh well. I do want the dining room, but I want it in a slightly different place in the house. Last of my keys. Coin right there. Each time we find trash while digging, I won't necessarily have a whole lot of dig spots today. For each room with a fireplace you draft. I've already drafted a couple. I don't know how many more we're gonna get. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door. Well, we have a shovel, so we can do the while digging. We want to gain a star. Okay. There. We're going to change the security level to low right now because I don't. No, you know what? We're going to change it to high. Because it keeps offering me the utility closet, so we're going to change that. I'm going to presume that I'm going to get a utility closet at some point soon and turn off power. So we'll say hi, unlocked. I can't get past it yet, but I don't know when I'm going to be getting a I don't know if and when it will offer me the security room itself, so this is the more probable thing I need it to be for the later part of the day. All right. That's locked. I do not have any more keys. So we're going to have to come back down to here and try these doorways and maybe all the way back down to here. So, locked. There's going to be a lot of all the doors are locked today. Oh, not locked. Okay. So I could do a utility closet right here and now, and I think I will. Turn that, and yeah, so this is what I was talking about. Like, this is cabinet scratched out, whatever. It might not be cabinet, but some breaker might need to be installed here to do something, but I don't know how to proceed on that at all. But now we can get past security doors, and I already made it more likely to get security doors today. So I should have probably chosen security doors as my trigger rather than trash, but it is what it is. Some coin here. All right. If I did this, I'd get some gems, some coin, and I'd get a room 8 key. But I'd be leaving this forever empty. I can't do this because I don't have 2 gems. So I either do a redraw here, or this, or this. This is a way to get gems. I'm giving up this spot right here. Okay. This gives me a key. It does not connect me to the foundation, but I'm gonna have to just deal with that because I need the key. I could do this and it gives me 2 items, one of which could be a key, but then it doesn't give me the doorway over here, which I want. Yeah, so I don't have doorways here or here, so I'll just proceed on this way. Because this is locked and that's locked. So. I want to have a dining room, but I'd rather the dining room be somewhere right over here. Maybe need to just if I pass on the dining room too many times, they'll stop offering it to me, is the problem. Could eat dinner right now. What's it want? Boiler room, so let's not yet. We don't need it yet. We might get the boiler room today, who knows? Oh, is that a coin purse over there? Okay. I shouldn't have picked it up. I don't need coin today. Oh well. If I buy a moon pendant, it's probably gonna keep some useless items. Courtyard we'd like. We'll do courtyard. So it's got this that we can bust open. Hopefully get keys. We do get keys. Nice. I needed keys. Not that. Want to dig up trash. Here's trash. Okay, so that increased our stars. Let's head down before we head up. This would give me 2 keys because it would be the second bedroom. But I can also just dead end for a key and a gem. I think it's going to offer me the storeroom again later, so I'll just do this. Billiard room, more keys. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if it's 1 or 2 keys that it will give me, but either way, 1 times 1 is 1. -5 times 3 is -15. times 3 again. Well, this is 9 times -5, which is -45, plus 18. Oh, no, it's before we do this times 3. So I'm sorry. It's -5 times 3, which is -15, plus 18, which is 3 times 3, which is 9. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 18 is -3, squared is 9. Okay, we've got a key card, which I don't need anymore, but okay. Right. We're fine to, it means some backtracking, but we're actually fine the dead end here, so let's do the walk-in closet. Reroll die. Yeah. Oh, car keys. Wasting steps, but didn't pick up the car keys. All right. So now we have to backtrack around to here. But that's fine. I mean, I say it's fine. It is what it is. We can get 2 more items. With the Great Hall, this is not a good location for the Great Hall. This is an okay location for a dead-end room, so one of these 2 is fine. Bedroom closet is best if it's drafted off of a bedroom. There are very few bedrooms that have an extra doorway, though, so this was just a bad upgrade on my part. This gave us a gem. I don't know what 2 items the bedroom closet would have given us, but we got extra steps. We got 15 steps from there because we had the sleeping mask. So, yeah, it helps. And we haven't eaten dinner yet. So. Let's do... I need... security is a mechanical room. Armory, it may not give me again, to be honest. Let's do the armory and hope that we get security room again. It is not selling an axe. And it may never sell me an axe again, to be honest. This is a dead-end space, so might as well put a dead-end room in a dead-end space. Okay. All right, so we've got this doorway, and this doorway. These 2 require keys. So let's go back over here. if I'm day 102, I somehow failed the parlor puzzle, even though I thought I had logicked it out correctly. So let's redeem ourselves and get a couple more gems here, or you know, let's see if we can redeem, if I can redeem myself and earn a couple more gems. This box is empty. That is true or false. This box is empty. True or false. The blue box is empty. True or false. This box is empty. True or false. Every statement with the word empty is false. Okay. This last statement can't be true because it would be self-contradictory if it was. So this statement is false. Not every statement with the word empty is false. So some of these are true. So this is false. This could still be true or false. All of these say empty. So there has to be a box that is completely true, a box that is completely false. So if this box is empty if this is completely true, if this box is empty and the blue box is empty, then the gems are in the black box. So then this would be completely false. This box is empty, blah, blah, blah. This would be completely false. This would be completely true. And this could be completely true. So this could be completely true, completely true, completely false. That works. If this is false and the gems are in the blue box, then this top part would be true and this bottom part would be false. At least one of these has to be true because they can't both be false. This box is empty can't be false at the same time the blue box is empty is false. So at least one of these statements has to be true. And one of those statements has to be false. Okay. If this is false, and the gems are in the blue box, then this is true, false, and this is true, false, and none of the boxes are completely false. So this has to be completely false. This could be completely true. This has to be completely false. This can't be completely true, so this one must be completely true by process of elimination. Therefore, the gems, this has to be completely false as well. And the gems have to be here. I was correct this time. I'd like to connect to the foundation. Do I redraw here? I'm going to save my redraw. We do want security. Um, 15 coins are down in the tomb. I don't want to do this room yet because we might get different draft options off the foundation than we do off of security. I think foundation's a little more special in what we're allowed to draft off of it. So I saw a note or a memo to some effect that makes me think that's a possibility. Let's rotate the dovecote and make it kind of go this way, I think. Not redraw, rotate. Sometimes there's an extra gem or key or something in one of the cubbies. Not this time. Let's try to dig up some trash. It's not trash. It's nothing of interest, but it's not trash. And that's not trash. So we did not dig up any trash. We've done our experiment once. I should have done, the security door option. We found the blue memo in the drawing room, I believe, already on a previous day. The billiard room's nice, but then we'd be leaving this forever empty, so let's do the East Wing Hall. It's a dead-end room regardless of what we do. So planetarium would help us increase our stars if we end the day there. So let's do the planetarium. Or a coin or a key that I am missing somewhere. Coins. Finding stuff in here, the art, it's hard for me sometimes. If it's not a coin, it's a key or something, it's hard to find. Metal detector saying that there's something. Yeah, see, if it's a key, it's like hard for me to find in this room. Okay, so we've got 10 times 6 is 60, rounded to the nearest 100 is 100. Divided by 20 is 5. 11 times 6 is 66. Minus 20 is 46. To the nearest 10 is 50. Divided by 5 is 10. -4 squared is 16 to the nearest, rounded to the nearest 10 is 20. And 2 more keys. Alrighty. I have to redraw because I need doorways over. You know, I don't want a dead end here. So I need to redraw. Although the solarium is useful to have. It can be useful if I'm trying to get a rare room today, but I think it might be more important to have doorways. This would give me a doorway over here. This costs a gem, but gives me a doorway up. Gymnasium is turned off, so it won't cost me extra steps. Let's do this. Pick up the apple. We can do a room 8 key here. Key 8. Now what that means is it'll be very difficult to like do these rooms right here today. That one goes here. Goes here. Ah. That one goes here. 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 We've done this a few times, so I remember where they all go. How do I get over to it? Here. It just gives us an allowance token. But there's no reason not to do that. I increased the chance of security doors today, and it didn't matter. It's still not giving me security doors. This spreads gems in green rooms. If I had, well, they would actually just go to the conference room right here. It gives me dig spots though. So that can be useful. triggered our experiment. I could spend a couple gems on the music room. I do have an allowance quest today, but I haven't opened the any antechamber door, and I'm not likely to at this point. But I don't really need. I don't need the vault for sure. Don't need the mailroom. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to find the blue memo in room 8. But I can do that in a minute because I'm going to be winding back my way around. Let's see. I could forgo this spot. Do I need anything from the mailroom? I don't think I do. It does count as a tomorrow room, so if I got like a clock tower, I'd get more keys tomorrow for doing a tomorrow room. I'm going to do the library just because library is not useful either, but it does give me access to this. But I could just take the attic for 8 items, but do I need any of those items? Could be more keys, could be more gems, could be other things. I don't really need the attic. But the library is a wasted space, so if I do the library, I'm just getting a reroll on this room. This might have more reroll die, but I don't know that it will. It's almost like the bedroom closet's more likely to have reroll die than the attic is. From what I recall, the attic doesn't typically have reroll die. Okay, we got this. What's this give us? Keys. Okay. I need reroll die is what I need. Okay, so showroom, we might get a moon pendant. No moon pendant. We'll take the master key. Oh, I should have taken the emerald bracelet because I have very few gems. Oops. So, yeah, I should have taken the emerald bracelet because I have more keys than I have gems. Oh, well. It's an inefficient day. I should have thought about that for a moment. I'm just so used to needing the master key when really I need emerald bracelet. So if I get some more coins, I could go buy the emerald bracelet, but probably not more coins nearby. Like it would cost me steps to come back for it. Okay, I will go here and I will eat at the dining room. On our way over here. Go ahead and have dinner because it doesn't look like it wants to give me the boiler room today. It's not giving me the pool or the boiler room today so far. And I'm running out of spaces. Practical spaces, like I can't use this one. These are hard to get to, right? And like it will be very unlikely to get over here and get a three-way, right? So usable spaces I'm running out of. Well, this space I can get to from here, but even so, these two are very hard to get to at the moment. And this one's completely not accessible. So, not likely to get a boiler, a pool, a pump room, a mechanarium, all of that today. We'll end up in the conference room and I'll pick up what's there. Which, fortunately, is a couple gems. It's a lot of money, but I can't afford this. I don't think I can afford the steps to go back to buy the emerald bracelet. I'll have to get by with these 5 gems. We're going up to the West Wing Hall, where I'm going to use the master key. Let's do the Great Hall. There's no reason not to do the Great Hall right here. We'll do this, and then before we call it a day, we'll do an allowance quest again because there's no reason not to, right? Because we want to end the day in the planetarium, so we're gonna have to come up here, and before we go over here, we'll go up, go do the allowance quest, and then come back down and end our day in the planetarium. That's the thought. One of these is a doorway, right? Oh, no, they're not, because it's sandwiched between here and here, so neither of them are doorways. The only doorway is right here. Duh. I knew that. I knew that. Stop laughing at me. I knew that. Alrighty. So I need to re-roll because basically all of these options would block off these two rooms. So let's do a redraw. Dark room I don't love. The utility closet's right here. Let's see if I can redraw into like a pool. I don't want to spend another redraw, so we'll just take the passageway. Okay. None of this is useful. Not useful, not useful. Yeah, not useful. Okay, well, since we know that we're not succeeding at anything today, might as well do this. I'm doing that for the convenient doorway over here. Doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. I have no other doorways. I have nothing else I can do today. So, doesn't matter. I said I was going to try to not be, you know, disappointed by failing. Well, I'm failing at that. I'm failing at not being disappointed at failing. Every day I still want to like succeed at something. And the fact that I can't is it's not a good feeling. It's not a fun feeling. This is not a good feeling. I am not having fun. Oh, look, I can buy things. And it does not matter. I don't have a moon pendant, so it doesn't matter if I buy these things or not. I don't have a freezer. So, oh, well, let's do our allowance quest. That's why we came up here. Oh, roommate, we want to find the, oh, here's the, no, I need to find the hidden blue memo for room 8. Hidden blue memo for room 8. Right? Yeah, room 8 should have a hidden blue memo. Oh, there it is. The elephant belongs in this bin. Not super helpful. I know this. I know it already. Okay, but at least I can say that I found it and I ruled out that it is useful. It is not. I don't think there's anything else for us to do today. Got a bunch of items which are going to go away because I don't have a moon pendant. I was not able to buy an axe at the armory. We did buy a morning star, which will give us a star. We're going to end the day in the planetarium, which will give us 2 more stars, so then we'll be up to 27. We might start getting back into Florealis territory, which would be good. But let's go ahead and call it a day here. We increased our allowance a couple times. Whoopee. But we are increasing our stars for the observatory, which is more important. So I'm going to call it. This was day 103, Mount Holly, Palatial Jigsaw House, 5 puzzle rooms. Total rooms 43, rank reached 9, steps taken 120, items found 20. Alrighty. Thank you for being with me on day 103. I would apologize that my mood is so dour and sour, but honestly, I find it hard to apologize for the legitimate feelings that the game is legitimately giving me these days. I've I think my feelings are reasonable. I don't think I'm being unreasonable in feeling down about how this day and the last several days have gone. But anyway, thank you for being with me for day 103. I'll see you for day 104. Have a good one. Bye. Hello. So we're going to get going on day 104 of Blueprints. Let's get it going. We still have pretty much the same goals we've had for game days now, and real world days now. So our allowance is up at 124. Basically, increasing our allowance is the only thing we've been successful at lately. Since our last big accomplishment was revealing the big blue door. Over there under the tunnel, there's a like alcove, 10 layers of security. 10 so far, and the 10th layer of security so far is a big blue door that we don't know how to get past. I'm trying to get the last sanctum key to see if that progresses us any further. Don't have anything really left to buy. Don't have any real like riddles to work out. Other than where the last sanctum key is. So yeah, we're just working on that. We have no blessing at the moment. No items at the moment because we did not end the prior day with a moon pendant. Let's do a tool shed and start the day with 2 special items. So a shovel is good, and a metal detector is good. We might have preferred a sledgehammer, versus, one of those two, over one of those two, but we're going to take what we can get. So now we're going to go over here. And our stars are at 28. We're in the slow process of trying to rebuild our stars back up again. Because if we get to 50, then we can use them for rerolls. I'm going to take a workshop. I don't need a broken lever, so we're going to leave that for the time being. I can't think of any reason not to build a detector shovel, so let's go ahead and build a detector shovel. Because it still acts as both a shovel and a metal detector, but it's actually a little bit better to dig with a detector shovel. We only have 2 gems. So if I did this with the music room, I'd get some keys, but then I'd have no gems. It's kind of hard to say, what's more important at the moment. But I'll go ahead and do this. Oh, key card. We like to get that early in the day. Now we have no gems. So I cannot do the observatory right now because I have no gems. That was the downside. So let's do a den, which will give us a gem and a couple doorways over here. and hope that it lets us, gives us another chance at the conservatory, I'm hoping. Let's take security, which uses the only gem we had, I realize. But we're going to do a couple things here. We're going to change the key card system, set security level. We're going to set it to high. We're going to set offline mode to unlocked. But we've got a key card. So, set offline mode to unlocked. But we've got a key card, so we don't really need to turn the power off. And then we're going to log into the network. Check for any new staff announcements. There aren't any. No new electronic mail. No new data transfer packets. We're going to remote terminal into the lab, start today's lab experiment. We want to gain a star each time we find some trash while digging, maybe. Okay. Okay, that gives us a reason to dig today. But we have a detector shovel, so actually we will probably get less trash than we would have otherwise. So that was probably a reason not to create a detector shovel. Oh well. I didn't think it all the way through. Let's go here. We're going to do the well, I can't do the laboratory. I don't have a gem. I guess we will do the spare quarters. We don't want to have our steps this early in the day. Oh, we get some reroll die. That's nice. And a key. But I need to get gems. Whoops. There's a coin or something. Okay. I need to get gems. Let's take the passageway, because we can get up to the foundation. And not trash. See, I should not have created a detector shovel. Well, it helps us get keys, but we're not going to be digging up trash and increasing our star count. So, oops. Do that. Pick up this. We definitely want that. I can't do this. I don't have a gem. So I guess we'll do this and hope that we get a gem. We did not. We got a reroll die and a sleeping mask. I won't begrudge the reroll die, but we do need a gem right now, which we're not finding. Let's see what this does. Key. I can't do a commissary because I don't have a gem. Let's do a conference room for the doorways. Go over here. Wine cellar would give us 3 gems, but it does kind of like hinder us. But we also don't have a gem, so we don't have a choice. So it's either the utility closet or the wine cellar, and I really need gems. So we're gonna do the wine cellar. But that now means I have an issue. Trying to get over to here. Apple. I was hoping for a doorway up. I don't want a dead end. So we're going to take the aquarium. Because it's too early to reroll. Okay, down. This, I can afford a dead end into a utility closet because I've got a doorway here and I've got a doorway here. So, do this, pick up the key. I have a key card, so I'm going to, wow. I have a key card, so I'm going to leave the security doors on rather than off for the moment. Come up here, but we're going to need a doorway up, or this will be a very short day. So we'll take the dining room and be thankful for it. Sorry, I was messing with my space heater. It's getting cool these days, so I have a space heater going on, but I was trying to change the settings on it, not successfully though. I'm gonna do the walk-in closet, even though it cost me a gem, because I'm hoping it's gonna give me decent items. Okay, a couple gems. Compass. Coin purse. Okay. Let's do the West Wing. Well, we can do the closed exhibit or the West Wing Hall and have 3 doors either way. I'm going to do the closed exhibit. Because this is security doors, which I know I can get through, and West Wing Hall could have had locked doors with, needing keys, right? So that was the reason for that particular decision. This is acting like I'm missing a... There it is, a coin. Let's try to get back over this direction. Don't want a dead end. This gives me a doorway up, doesn't get me over here. I'm gonna redraw. Let's take the observatory while we can. I hated wasting a redraw, but you know. Get some gems. Pair of chests. And do I want rooms with 4 doors today? I don't think so. I think I'm gonna forgo Southern Cross. I don't want to use a regular key there. Let's do commissary. Or we could do trophy room and really get more gems. Do I need to buy anything at the commissary? I don't really, right? I have detector shovel, sledgehammer, sleeping mask. I have things I need, so I don't really need the commissary, I don't think. Guess we'll just do the trophy room. So I've got one doorway here for the whole upper, which is not great. Yeah, let's do the hallway. Let's do the drawing room. I'm gonna try the rook this time. Say that I've done it. Okay. So first of all, come here, we can do the billiard room, get more keys, which we need. I wonder what the X on the 3 means. I don't know. This would be... Maybe it means ignore this. So is this 13 plus 3, but ignore this? So is it 13? It is. So it's ignore this one and this one. So this is just 19? This is 18, ignore here and here, minus 7. So 18 minus 7 is 11. Reverse the digits is still 11. Okay, so they've introduced a new mechanic, which is the whole ignore this pie wedge. Okay, so supposedly we're going to get 4 rerolls here. So I'm going to redraw. I'm taking the study. It's probably not the best choice. But I thought if I redrew, I might just get worse choices. So this is going to let me use gems for redraws. And right now I have a decent number of gems at the moment. But now I need to come back over here. And this gives me a free redraw. Oh, but I don't have any regular keys, so I need keys before I can go there. Let's do another. Ooh. The utility closet's all the way over here. One, two, three, 4, 5. So I will do this. Step in. Then come over here, and I'm going to go to the utility closet. So we're going to find out what today's meal is. We have the trophy room, so we might as well just have dinner now. I'll come back to buy this when we get a weight room. Aquarium, and then utility closet. Turn power to the dark room back on. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have our 8 trophies, which is how we were able to, or why we were allowed to buy blue tents. Because we have the 8 trophies. There's a regular key. That is helpful. There's a gem. Okay. Oh, there's a blue memo somewhere in the billiard room. I'm not going to worry about it at the moment because I'm going to be coming back up this way, so I'll worry about it then. I don't have a lot of keys, so I don't really want a Great Hall. I don't want archives either, so let's re-roll. Reading nook is fine. We're just not getting enough mechanical rooms today, though. We'll use the silver key. Mechanarium I want, but not until later in the day, because right now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I thought I had a lab somewhere. Do I not have a laboratory? I guess not. So I've only got 4. I've got... yeah, so I can't do a mechanarium right now. I want it later in the day, but it's not going to give it to me later in the day is the problem. Let's do this through gritted teeth. Because now I'm upset that it showed me the mechanarium. Because it won't show it to me later. Okay. So now... this is an okay place for a secret garden, I think. And we're gonna open both sides of this because we have no reason not to. I don't know that we're gonna need it, but there's just no reason not to do it. And then we're gonna dig up all the dig up spots, right? Fruit is in the conference room, so extra steps for, is in the conference room now. Okay, so that triggers our experiment. That's another silver key. Regular key. Okay, so now let's do this spot down here. Trying to decide if I should do these doorways, 1, 2, 3, 4, or if I should come all the way back and like do this area first. I need a lab. I need a pool. I need a lab, a pool, a boiler room, a pump room, and then the mechanarium. So two, three, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. No, I have to go to the foundation regardless. Okay. So you go 8 to the foundation, and then we could just go from there to here. Okay, so let's wind back to the foundation. So so that is a door most likely requiring a key. This is a door not requiring a key. Got it. And then this is a door most likely requiring a key, because that's the way things are going today. So, okay. Uh, 2 gyms would make all hallway doors unlocked. I'll do it. I might regret it, but I'll do it. Billiard rooms, like another key. Corridor has the doorway down here, so let's do courtyard. Also has dig spots. And a trunk we can bust open. Reroll die. Okay. we might need to get serious about using some reroll die. Let's redraw here. So we've got 4. We've got 19. We've got 2 squared is 4. A couple more keys. Great Hall, we can pick up maybe some more supplies because all those doors should be unlocked now. Or I say supplies, I mean resources, you know what I meant. Okay. One reason why I did the foyer is because I was like, okay, well, we'll unlock all of these doors. I was hoping to get more out of it than this, though. Yeah, this isn't really giving us a whole lot. This wasn't worth the spot in our mansion for 1 gem, 1 key, and putting the foyer here for 2 gems wasn't worth what I picked up from there. So, let's go. Here. We're going to redraw. I want something useful. Redraws, 2 more redraws. Another gem, so like 3 more redraws. Essentially. Plus, with the sleeping mask, it gave us steps. So now, I really want this to be useful. Oh, I get corner redraws. It's refusing to give me the things I want. Two more gems would be 2 more redraws, so it's not going to give me what I want in this corner, so I wanted a boiler or a pool, and it's not going to give it to me. The game just refuses to cooperate. Only 1 box next to this box is false, and it contains gems. That can be true or false. Only 1 box next to this box is false, and it contains gems. That could be true or false. only one box next to this box is false, and it contains gems. Well, this is false. No, this could be true. No, this can't be. Well, because if this is true, then one of the two of these would have to be true, and they can't be. So this has to be false. So that makes this true, or this true, both true. So the gems have to be in the white box. Okay. So then we go here and do this. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. What I meant to do was go here because there's two trunks here. I meant to go here and do the doorway from here because there's two trunks here. Anyhoot. Let's make rare and unusual more prevalent today. This is going to be another wasted day. Such a waste. Terribly, terribly wasted day. Oh, I can't get to here from here. I'd have to go a really long way around. So let's go back to the billiard room, back to the passageway. I've got enough steps so I can get over here. This is another depressingly useless day. I have one, two, three, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I need a boiler room, pool, pump room, library, mechanarium. I need 5 specific rooms in those 8 out of those 8 slots. It's not going to happen. Full stop. It will not happen. Again. Yet again, it will not happen. I came down here, I spent some rerolls, and it was like, no, I'm not going to give you any mechanical room. I'm not going to even give you the laboratory. Or the boiler room. It says, fuck you. The game says, fuck you. Excuse my language. That's what the game says. Okay. I'm pretty sure we found the blue memo on the drawing room previously. Yeah, we did. And then, but I don't know that we found the blue memo in the billiard room. So let's look here, and it's going to be another useless blue memo. I spent all that time and effort getting blue tints, and those blue memos are useless. As in, they don't tell us things we didn't already know or that we don't need to know. I don't know where the blue memo is for the billiard room. I'm looking. Oh, it's right there. The bullseye operation can trigger multiple times. No shit. See, it doesn't tell us something that we didn't already know. But I'll put the note. And now let's go here. Use a key. Laboratory I will take. We do not presently have an allowance quest, and that's fine. I don't want to waste a spot on allowance quest. But we can draft the room on the other side of the antechamber. I don't need to use the computer for anything, just making sure there's no other resources to pick up. But okay, good. We got the laboratory. So now we need to go down to the dark room, and I need a boiler room, I need a pool, I need a pump room. Okay. Okay. We are going to redraw here. I'm gonna redraw. This is not really what I wanted, but I was wasting redraws. So now let's go down here. I was wasting gems. I need gems for pool and boiler room. You can't use them all on redraws. Redraw. Redraw. Boiler room. That's good. So now I need the pool and then the pump room. So I've got 49 steps, so I'm going to come back here and try to force this to be the pool. So let's send power to here because I want this to be the pump room. I want this to be the pool. So supposedly I can make it more likely for this to be a powered room by powering this will make this more likely to draw a powered room. So I need it to be this direction. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So when we come back to the boiler room, meanwhile, we're going to go over here and try to force this to be the pool. We don't have that many redraws left, so we're gonna fail. As we always do. We always fail. We fail every day. We fail. I need... Okay. We'll do this and try to make this the pool. I want the pool. I want the fucking pool. I get four free redraws here, so we're gonna take the dove coat. Pool, pump room, mechanarium. That's what it has to be. I don't have any extra gems or anything. Okay. There's a regular key. I want a pool. A pool. I want a pool. I want a pool. I want a pool. I want a fucking pool. But it's not going to give it to me. So, because it will not give me a pool, do I just take the conservatory and give up now? Look at this, the entire day. How many rerolls and it won't give me a fucking pool? This game pisses me off. All right, we're going to take the conservatory because we're not going to succeed in getting a pool, a pump room, and a mechanarium today. It's not happening. So I'm giving up on trying to make it happen. We're going to come here. Boiler room. We're going to make this fucking commonplace. Drawing room, commonplace, that's fine. Secret passage, unusual, that's fine. Okay. So maybe that will make it... Maybe making the boiler room commonplace will make it easier on a future day. I guess we'll do a quest bedroom. Come back over here, because, you know, why not? And then... yeah, we'll go do the allowance quest. This game pisses me off so fucking much. Doesn't matter how many rerolls I have. It won't reroll into what I need. It literally says, this is what I think you're going for. I can tell what it is you need, and I'm gonna withhold it from you. The game is programmed to cheat. In order to make it challenging, it's programmed to cheat. It does not follow normal. It isn't, the game isn't following what would normally happen if things were divvied out by probabilities and you had rerolls, right? Like if you reroll a die, a six-sided die, 10 times, you expect to get 1/6, right? This game is like, it re-rolls and gives you the same 3 rooms that you just had. It goes, here's the same 3 rooms again. Reroll again. two of the same and one different. Three of the same again. You know, it's just, it's not actually, it's not, you know, doing what it should be doing. It's cheating. So what we want here is a freezer or a planetarium, maybe preferably a planetarium. There's no other place we need to go. Nothing else we can do. This is the last room of the house. We could draft it from here or from here. I think I'll draft it from here. Nope, I did not end up with anything useful for the end of the day. I did not end up with a planetarium or a freezer, so I can go fuck myself. Excuse my language. All right, we're gonna call it a day. There's no particular room we need to be in. Mount Holly Garden Jigsaw House. 6 green rooms, 3 puzzle rooms. Total rooms 45. Rank reached 9. Steps taken 138. Items found 18. We will be rolling into the next day. So thank you for being with me for day 104. We are now starting day 105 of Blueprints, which will be just as successful, meaning just as much a shit show failure as the previous umpteen zillion days we've been doing. All right, our allowance is now 126. Whoop-de-doo. We do not have any blessings or items. Let's go pick our outbuilding. let's get a blessing, by all means. This time, let's be more careful with our math and actually get the blessing we intend to get. So, given that I only have 33 stars, I want, Blessing of the Tinkerer. That's 12. And we're going to do it for 3 days. So we're just going to do 12. That should be Blessing of the Tinkerer for 3 days. It is Blessing of the Tinkerer for 3 days. All right. Whatever reason, I can't see my mouse cursor. Okay, now I can. Okay. The our pawn benefit, yeah, day 104, we went up to rank 8. We chose Rook, where we would get 4 free rerolls in the corners. That made no difference whatsoever. That did not help us really accomplish what we needed to. It still wouldn't put any mechanical room in the corner. I don't know if there's a rule against mechanical rooms being in the corner. I wouldn't think so, but it just, we burned through those rerolls and they didn't do anything for us really. So I'm not going to try to preserve the corners for Rook, power today. I'm just saying this game sucks. Screw this game. We're just going through the motions. I mean, don't get me wrong. The game doesn't suck. It's like, here's the thing. There have been some great times in this game, some great puzzles and everything. It's just right now, at this point in time, the current state of the game sucks because I have nothing to work on other than one goal that the game absolutely will not let me achieve. That's basically, I probably have a greater chance of winning the real life lottery than I do in achieving, my current goal and the current objective in this game, which is getting a mechanarium with 8 doors. I could probably go out, spend money on the Tennessee lottery, and win that before this is going to happen. And that's a depressing feeling that's making it unfun. But up until the last few real roll days, it's been a fun game. So when I say the game sucks, I mean the current state of the game sucks. I'm not trying to denigrate the game, dev shop or publisher or anything, designers or anything like that. I'm just saying my current game state sucks because I have nothing to work on other than an unsolvable task. I don't want a dead end. Okay, so this is a key and a gem, and we didn't dead end, so kind of better than a storeroom. All right, and then den will get us further up and give us another gem. We have no items presently, so we don't have any, well, we have a magnifying glass. But what we don't have is we don't have a sledgehammer or shovel or anything like that. Don't want to use a key yet. Yes, we will do the boiler room. We made that. One thing we accomplished day 104 was using the conservatory to make the boiler room a commonplace room rather than an unusual room. I'm going to save the doorways off the boiler room because it might make it easier to draft the pump room here or here later once I can get the pool. So I'm going to go. I'm going to go back down over here. I don't want to use a key right here because if I get to the foundation, I can potentially get this room from here without using a key. So I need to save my keys by wasting steps. We want the observatory for the day because we're trying to increase our stars and everything. So let's do, okay, so we get Florealis, we get a diamond, we get 3 steps, we get apples are more delicious. Okay, so having Florealis is good. I'm going to take security. We're going to do a few things at security like we normally do. The trunk is just the cursed coffer back in the shrine, which we're not going to open. We're going to set the security level to high because I expect to do a utility closet. Changing that to unlocked. Back. I'm gonna go. Let's start our lab experiment for the day. Whenever we unlock or bypass a security door, which we're going to hope to do today, I don't want aquariums because I want mechanical rooms. So we're going to increase our lockpicking skills. Okay. I can do the utility closet and then I'm just not doing this corner, but let's do it. I'm going to forego this corner right here. Because we have the blessing of the tinker, every time we do a mechanical room, it will trigger our experiment. That's why that triggered right then and there. It also means that because we didn't start our experiment until now, I passed on 3 other opportunities to trigger the experiment. But since today's experiment it turns out to only be increasing our lockpicking skills, I'm not going to care as much. But I would have been I would have been more upset if we had missed out on these opportunities, if it was increasing our stars or something more significant like that, right? The hallway. To give us a key. Let's go back over here and maybe try to fill in this area before we proceed on too much. Dining room connects us to the foundation. That's good. There's a gem. Nice. Courtyard is good. I am sad that it doesn't turn the other way. I'd like to rotate it around to give a doorway over here, but these are just straight up dead ends, so I don't have a shovel yet, so I can't dig up any spots. I don't need to go back to the entrance hall other than to like come back over here, but really I just need to go foundation and maybe hope that this can bend down to here. Conference room goes here and here. That's good. Aquarium does as well, and the aquarium should have a cost a gem, but it should have Florealis give us a gem back, and then maybe have some extra stuff. So let's go ahead and do that. Here's the Florealis we're expecting. Try to head down first. Parlor's 2 gems, but then all hallways are unlocked. That includes the Great Hall and the vestibule. So that can be useful. So let's hope it's worth the 2 gems I just spent on it. Showroom would let us buy things. If I can get an emerald bracelet, maybe that'd be worth it. Yeah, let's see what the showroom is selling. Let's get an emerald bracelet. And then let's get... You may rotate for the first 3 4 crowns you draw, or silver spoon. What's my steps like? 43. My dining room is over here. Connected the foundation. I might not need the silver spoon, but the ornate compass could come in pretty clutch. Okay. But no moon pendant today. But, you know, hey, we've got a number of bracelets. So I don't have to worry about my gem costs anymore. And if I get a study, I can do that and use gems for a reroll. Okay. It didn't give me the option of a master key, though, which would have been nice. I don't want to go through this doorway because I want to draft these two rooms from the boiler room with the boiler room power being on. After I get the pool and unlock the pump room, right? Because I want to increase my chances of drafting the pump room. So nothing costs gems. So I don't have to worry about gem costs anymore. Drawing room would give me a gem, but it gives me redraws. More importantly, the passageway gives me more doorways up, and the drawing room will probably come up again. So for the extra doorways, let's take the passageway. Or I could rotate. If I rotate the drawing room, I could rotate it away from here, and then it's redraws here and here. So let's rotate. Yeah, and we'll do that. No reason not to pick up the gem, because we might, if we get a study, be able to use gems for redraws. I'm going to run into an issue with keys. I'm going to run out of keys. Billiard room can help with keys. Or a key. I'd like 2 regular keys more than I would 1 silver key at this point, but I don't get to choose. So 13. Double dot. Wonder what that means. Do it twice? Is that what that means? So 1 plus 1 is 2? I guess that's what it means, is do it twice. So this is 27. 27 minus 8 is 19. Oh yes, 2 regular keys. That's what I wanted. And then this gives me 2 rerolls and a gem, but I would have difficulty getting up over here, maybe. but I think we're going to do it for the 2 rerolls. Reroll dice. We're going to redraw. And that sucks because I don't have doorways over here. And I can't rotate it, so. But we'll take our key. Or we'll earn our key. So this is 2. This is 27. 27 minus 8. This is 9. This is the same one over again. This is, oh, wait a minute. 2. Oh, because it's not 9, it's 19. This is 27 minus 8 is 19. And then it's 12 plus 1 is 13. Times, don't use this one, so times 1 is 13. Secret garden key. I do not have a conference room at the moment, so don't want to use the secret garden key, but also don't, well. Nothing I do is going to matter. Nothing I do in this game is going to matter. There is no way to succeed at anything at this point, so nothing I do is going to matter. So conference room, and so now if I do a secret garden here, it will put fruit here. Or if I put a secret garden here, it will put fruit here. So I don't know why someone's knocking my door. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. I missed it. I presume we opened that door. And now we should open the other one. Yeah, yes, we have opened. Okay, the west, and now we've opened the east. We did this for a couple of reasons. We don't want to draft the room here because we want the boiler room to draft these two rooms. But we want to come here and pick up fruit. We'll use a regular key here. Well, those options suck. Do I want to burn my last redraw on it, though? No. I'm getting like, because the boiler room is commonplace, because I made the boiler room commonplace, and the workshops were already commonplace, it's decided that I should not be allowed to have the pool, which would give me, unlock the pump room. I should not be allowed to have the laboratory, right? I should not be allowed to, it's like it's decided that if it's easier for me to get some mechanical rooms, it's got to go out of its way to make it more difficult for me to get the others. That's what it's decided. The game, it cheats. Full stop. It cheats. I don't need to spread money. I don't need money, I don't think. Well, there's probably no reason not to spread money, so let's go ahead. You're wondering why I'm not talking, why I'm just moving around in silence. It's because I'm supremely pissed right now. That would be why. I'm looking for keys. I'm all out of keys. Someone's knocking on my door again. One moment. I'm back. Apologies. The neighborhood kids keep knocking on my door to ask me if they can play on the deck, and apparently telling them once that I could play on my deck wasn't enough. They have to ask again and again and again. It's like, yes, you can play on the deck, but I'm recording, so you gotta leave me alone. I mean, I love kids, don't get me wrong, but I love kids very much, but don't get me wrong, but that doesn't mean that, kids can't, that doesn't mean, because I love them, doesn't mean that they can't be annoying sometimes. All right, let's see. That's one key. We have managed to dig up one key. Where do we want to use it? I can go to the aquarium and dig up another spot. Oh, another key. Good, good, good. Okay, so I've got two keys. This requires a key. What? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Well, that wasn't very nice. Is he a friend of yours or a brother? Or? So, do I need to? Is it not okay for you guys to play on the deck? Like, is that going to be dangerous for you guys, I think? All right. Okay. Well, for until further notice, that's not playing on the deck. Like, you have to be off of jokes for the camp, all right? Alrighty, I'm back. So, yeah, one kid pushed another kid off the deck that said they could play on. And so it was crying and hurt, and I got to talk to a kid's parent. But I told the kids until further notice they can't play on the deck, since they can't do it without hurting each other, apparently. So, got 2 keys. This is locked. This is locked. Presumably this is locked. And some of these might be locked. This is shaping up to be a worse day than the last couple days. It's just like, they're not getting better. They're getting worse. The days are getting worse, not better. I said, hey, let's raise the security level. Give me more security doors because I can get past those. And he goes, no, I want you to use a key on every single door in the house. I could dig up here and dig up here to look for keys. If I do this, then when I dig up here and dig up here, then these will be unlocked. Don't have any redraws. This door can't be locked because no, I just put this here. So this door could still be locked. This door could still be locked. This door can't be locked because I just dug up after doing the kennel. So this room has to be reachable from here. And I didn't want a broken lever. Okay, so we're getting some keys now, which is good. Okay, so we got some keys, and because I dug up here, well, this is a security door anyway. I have no rerolls. I've got the foyer, so these doors can't, passageway doors cannot be locked. So let's do that. We'll go down first. Oh, I have redraws off the classroom, so let's redraw. Let's redraw, because what I want is I want a mechanical room. I want the pool. I guess I'm going to take the armory. No, I don't need that. I need this. And possibly this. Neither of these two do me any good, so I guess I'm taking the laundry since I have no rerolls. I'm gonna switch my gems and key. No, I don't need to switch my gems and keys at the moment. Not until I run out of keys. Okay. We'll do the laboratory, right? And now, what are we at? We're at 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. So I need the pool, the pump room, and then the mechanarium. I have no rerolls. I haven't seen the pool in a couple of days, which is a shame. So we're going to do this because it will lead up to here. Rather than dead-ending me. Sledgehammer, late in the day for that. Why am I not seeing the pool in the last couple of days? The blue box is empty if it is false. Well, that's true or false. And the black box is false. The above statement is false. Okay. So the white box cannot be entirely true. If this is true, this is false. If this is false, this is true. So this is mixed. That means that the blue has to be entirely, blue and black, one of them has to be entirely true and the other one has to be entirely false. The black box is true and it contains the gems. The blue box is empty if it is false. Okay. The blue box is empty if it is false. So this says the black box is true and it contains the gems. So if that's true, this was true, the black box would contain the gems and the blue box would be true. And this says the blue box is empty if it is false. For that to be false, and the blue box would have to not be empty if it is false. If this is true, the blue box is empty if it is false. And this is false, then this is empty. And because this is false, the black box doesn't contain the gems. And the blue box would not contain the gems. So the white box would have to contain the gems. The black box is false. Would be false, and this would be true, and the white box would contain the gems. Okay, there's the pool. Which is crucial. I have no rerolls. I have no rerolls. Okay. So I basically need to go back around to here and try to make one of these the pump room. And then make like one of the other three the mechanarium. I have enough steps, so I just have to... do not have an allowance quest today, and that's fine. So let's go... To get to the boiler room, how do I get to the boiler room? You have to go all the way over here. Okay. I need to go to the conference room. If I knew that I could put the study right here, I would do that. And then use gems for rerolls, but I don't know that it's going to give me the study right there. I need a pump room and a mechanarium. I will go here first in case it wants to give me the study. No, I won't. Because it won't give me the study. It will give me something else. And then I'll be down one, well, so I don't know what to do. I need to stop debating it and just go fail like always. The game is designed to make me fail, so just go fail like always. To get to the boiler room, I have to go all the way down here and then all the way up this way. I do have enough steps, so. So we're going to the dining room. I don't need that. It's not a pump room. So, might as well do a locker room. It's pointless. So then we'll send power that way. Watch this also not be the pump room. It's not the pump room. So might as well do planetarium. We're supposed to be making powered rooms more, you know, you're supposed to give preference to powered rooms. And I've unlocked the pump room with the pool, and it goes, nah, I don't want to give you the fucking power room, because why the fuck would I give you the fucking power room? Pump room, I mean. Why the fuck would it give me what I need? That's not what the game does. Ah. I don't know why I'm collecting all these keys. It's pointless. I'm not like, it's not like I'm going back to the locker. Well, I might go to the locker room on the way to the planetarium, but I don't need to open all those lockers. Right? Because there's not going to be reroll die in there. So now I go over here and do this room. And it will not be a pump room. Guarantee. Not a pump room. See, not a pump room. So we're going to do the clock tower. Oh, no, I needed to go. Pointless. Absolutely fucking pointless. Oh, look, now I've got a silver key. Now I've got a reroll die. Too damn late for all of it. So I want to end my day in the planetarium. Well, let's make sure I have enough steps to get there. That should be enough steps to get there. Yeah. Okay. All right, nothing more to do. It was another failure of a day. All right, we're gonna call it a day. But at least we're in the planetarium and we got a morning star, so we're increasing our stars. This was day 105 of Blueprints. Mount Holly, Garden Shopping Center, 5 green rooms, 6 shop rooms. Total rooms 44, rank reached 9, steps taken 171, items found 10, patience negative. Frustration nigh infinite at this point in time. All right, thank you for being with me for day 105. I presume we'll see each other for day 106, but I don't know how much longer we're gonna go. I might have day 110 like mentally footnoted as the end of my journey with Blueprints. Okay. But anyway, thank you for being with me. Have a good one. Bye.